Alright, y'all, D-Lo 404 Boxing. Hope everybody's enjoying their Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, depending on where you are in the state or in the world, whatever. Anyway, y'all probably saw my video where I talked about it, ranted a little bit about all the talk about Bud being called top rank Toby and being a slave of Top Rank and all that. So apparently Bob Arum has heard people saying that as well, or saw the titles or whatever, and he said hold his drink. He won't go a step further and talk about Bud leaving Top Rank being akin to Lincoln signing the Emancipation Proclamation, which was supposedly freed all the slaves, but they didn't necessarily all get freed at that time, which I think is an absolute garbage statement for him to make. Very classless, very tasteless, very distasteful, excuse me. You know what I'm saying, a very discriminatory statement, and something that he shouldn't let fly off his lips, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Bob is who he is. We all know how Bob is. He's demonstrated over a span of decades what type of individual he is and what he is to boxing and to his fighters. And I tell you, if I'm an athlete or a boxer or a manager or a father of a fighter or anything, I'm telling them steer clear of Bob Arum, especially if you're talking about African American boxers. But at the end of the day, you still have those who feel like there's value in being associated with Top Rank, being associated with Bob Arum, and they continue to choose to go that route for whatever reason, whether that be signing bonus, whether that be promises that are made, whether that be expectations that they feel like can be realized if they align themselves with Bob Arum and with him being aligned with ESPN or whatever the case may be. And like I say all the time, I'm not one of these individuals who presume to tell these fighters how they should handle their business, but it looks bad when you see a promoter making such statements or hear him making such statements, and you see how he acts and conducts himself. We hear Bob Arum talk all the time about how much, you know, Terence Crawford is costing him money, could have bought a house in Beverly Hills, etc. But then you hear him still talk about hoping that Bud continues to fight for Top Rank. So which one is it, Bob? Is the guy just a waste of money and he doesn't bring anything back in terms of value and revenue to your company? Or is he an asset that you want to hold on to for as long as you can so you can continue making money off of him? It doesn't make sense. Is talking out both sides of his mouth, and I've stated this more than one time. And like I said, I never thought there was a coincidence that Bob started talking this way once it was realized that he was never going to be able to meet that obligation of getting Bud that Errol Spence Jr. fight. That was, you know what I'm saying, something that he was contractually obligated to do, from my understanding. And he had to pay Bud that bonus for failing to deliver that fight to him. But with that being said, regardless of reason, regardless of intent, regardless of why, when, and where he said what he said, he said what he said. He said all these things. And personally, as a fight fan on the outside looking in, I just want to see, especially Bud Crawford, but a lot of these other guys, start to put space between themselves and Bob Arum. But especially guys like Terence Crawford, who are in a position to not re-sign with Top Rank and can get whatever obligations that he has to make met and go on his merry way in a different direction, regardless of where that direction may take him. But at the end of the day, that's his decision. But I'm just telling you that as a fan of boxing in general, I just don't think that statements like what Bob Arum made and the type of behavior that he continuously displays has a place in boxing. But then again, with boxing being as it is, it fits right in, unfortunately. But that's boxing as it is, and you know what I'm saying, with boxing not having a real like federal type commission running the sport, it's like the Wild Wild West. And I'm not the first to say that, and I'm not trying to make it original to me. A lot of people look at it that way. But that's all I got on the D-Lo 404 Boxing. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.